It's another Monday.
Yes, it is.
And what a shit-tastic day we had. At least for
Don't
me.
remind me.
So I take it also went bad for you.
No bueno.
I mean, we hate Mondays anyway, right?
Especially this time of year working where I work.
That and overall, people just have shitty attitudes anyway, everywhere they go, especially in the service industry. So, yeah, we understand that shit. Thank you. You are welcome, sir. Glad to have you always, Kyler. And welcome everyone to another Witchin Kitchen Hour, where we're going to be discussing mainly, and I'd like to preface that ahead of time.
Okay,
mainly,
brother, repeat what you just said. You glitched for a solid 10 seconds.
Shit, so did you. All right, at least on my end. I don't know. Anywho, so I said we're going to preface this with we're going to be mainly talking about the on-screen theatrical release of Krampus. Now, that being said, there are many other films that tried to live up to the legend of this film, so we'll get into all that kind of hoopla and whatnot as we move forward. Before that, what did you end up making, my brother?
I wasn't sure what the frig to make, so I did something Christmas colored. I did green pasta with veggies and red sauce and a whole mountain of Parmesan snow.
Exactly. You're hitting all the dynamics there. I chose to go with Berserk. So
there we go. Those are absolutely beautiful cookies.
That's what we ended up doing instead. So grab yourself a cookie, your favorite snack, maybe some popcorn. I don't know what the fuck, but get ready as we're about to discuss the movie Krampus. But before that, let's check out the awesome clothing over at Poison Valley Clothing Almost.com. That's right. If you're looking for the latest and greatest in custom horror designs, Poison Valley Clothing is definitely the place for you. And he's starting to add some really other cool designs up on the site. So please check him out on Facebook right now.
Right.
Oh, this is funny. So real quick, Kyler says, so take a guess what I made and ate here is a guess the Sawyers would be proud. So somebody had chili.
You had chili, or maybe you made like Bubba Burgers. But no, it's probably
Bubba Bubba Burgers would work too. Shit. Rack of human arm. I don't know. So
Baby
let's go ahead
ribs.
and start tackling this awesome fucking movie that came out, I believe it was 2014?
15, I believe.
Or was it 15? Shit. I always get that date wrong. Has a whole cast of some notable actors in it.
It does.
I'm going to go ahead and let you kick this one off since it's your favorite.
Alrighty. What am I talking about? How am I kicking this off?
You're setting us up, taking us through the Krampus.
And
well, it's not quite time for me to pull out my reindeer outfit ensemble just yet. So I
Yeah.
thought I would rock this new killer beanie hat that was made by Z's Boutique right here in Omaha.
Hell yeah.
She makes all the goodies. Where?
I don't know.
Oh, my arm tattoo. You see, I don't look at it like that. I look at it as art, which is what I intended that piece 20 plus years ago to be, as part of a whole here we go, a whole statue. Gargoyles who needs a couple of like defenders. So you got some devil bitches on either side, kind of, holding it down.
And as always, mischief is in here causing mischief.
Yeah, right.
All right, so the movie starts off with this kid, and his family's kind of broken, and he's got extended family coming for the holidays, and a couple of his little cousins are like teasing the shit out of him, and he'd had this discussion with his grandmother about like, Christmas traditions and stuff, and she's like, you have to keep writing to Santa Claus. Don't give up on hope on that, But she's being kind of weird about it.
Right.
And eventually, like at dinner, his cousins like steal his letter to Santa, and they're like reading it aloud, and it's like
kind of like Home Alone gone wrong, right? Oh no, he'll come out on camera just once as we get closer to the unholy time. But anyway, yeah, I mean it's kind of like Home Alone gone wrong in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like the whole beginning setup, it's like, same thing, kids getting, teased by all of his relatives and shit, right? But yet there's like this, he's starting to lose his Christmas flavor, and his grandma, who I think is actually the best fucking character in the whole film. She's so cool. She is the coolest.
I gotta give best character though to his aunt, that's played by that chick who was in 2.5 Men. She has so many good fucking one-liners.
Oh no, I will definitely agree with you there. They wrote her part very well. Very cool.
I kind of feel like it's just almost a continuation of Berta from 2.5 Men. Anyway.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I would say so. She definitely had a mouth like a fucking sailor.
Oh yeah.
But and whose family isn't dysfunctional on that holiday? I would definitely be the one in the room raising my hand, going, definitely dysfunctional here.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just do it because you feel obligated. And I think this kid's family was like the same way. They felt obligated to show up. They try to show each other up, which that's another thing I hate about this holiday. People are always bragging about, oh, I did this, we did that, blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck.
Who are you trying to impress? Especially the elders in your family. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I really think that, holiday dinners need to have more like ground rules.
Big time.
Don't talk about this thing. Don't talk about that thing. Don't talk about
collect cell phones.
Z.
Seriously. If you collect all cell phones, it forces everybody to talk to each other.
Or sit in very awkward silence. That's always an option.
Well, I mean, if it's going to be that, then okay, I can fucking understand. But seriously, though, if, you ain't seen these people in a while and you don't mind them, why be glued to your phone? That's the way I look at it.
That's true.
So, yeah, I mean, the worst thing you can do is stop, believing in Santa. As soon as you do that, that just opens up the door to the underworld.
Exactly.
So, fantastic storm rolling in, as time moves on with all these assholes just kind of bitching and moaning and making fun of each other. No one's like, trying to, tell their kids to shut the fuck up every now and again, be seen, not heard kind of deal,
Yeah.
especially if they're going to be talking shit.
Exactly.
So, unfortunately, it's up to this little guy because, honestly, I think he's the only one young enough that really can still control the whole situation.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because the other ones are just far gone. They're like, fuck Santa, Santa who?
Exactly.
I mean,
Like,
I would much
you
rather
still
have
believe
Satan
in
Claus,
Santa.
but that's just me.
Oh, of course.
Most deaf. So, Kyler even says here, he says, yeah, I have a dysfunctional family to my parents and sister and grandma are great, but everyone else, fuck them. I feel that on so many levels. So,
Absolutely.
any hoozle, So as time rolls on, they've pretty much welcomed Krampus into their lives.
Yeah, there's a knock on the door, and it's the mailman. And
Exactly.
he, gives them a. I don't know what mailman would go out in a blizzard that bad, deliver a thing of cheese, but anyway.
I mean, that's dedication. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers gotta have that cheese. They're gonna die without it. I mean, I concur though. Without cheese in the house, I would be totally pissed.
Oh
in,
my
in one
goodness.
form or the other. It's like my ultimate snack. I eat right off the wheel, people. You want to give me a gift? A half a block of cheese is fantastic. Just make sure it's not fucking Limburger. Or the blue stuff. Yeah, the blue stuff's a little tart.
Luckily for Christmas, my family always does lasagna, so cheese is an abundant supply.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I grew up in a Hungarian Italian family, so cheese was always a plenty. And let's face it, at Reaper and Mischief's house, there's nothing but cheese available in every nook and cranny in the Frigidaire. It's like just when we think we're out, we lift up I don't know, a half gallon of milk and go, oh shit, there's more cheese. It's wonderful. But yeah, let's face it, he's kind of the unsung hero of the film. Bless you, sir. My goodness. So, I hear a door creaking. Okay. So, moving on. I'm scared. All right. Anywho. Is it me you're looking for? Anyway. You'll bring cheese and sausage and wine. That's funny. So as things get on, it just gets even more and more unreal for these folks. I love
you get these fucking creepy ass snowmen popping
starting
out.
right there with the fucking demonic Olaf. I mean, how cool is that?
Absolutely.
I love the grittiness of this film when we talk about cinematography and trying to set up this mystical world. By the way, everyone out in the comment section watching right now, please feel free to share your views on this film. Let's have a conversation. This is what it's all about. Let's have a conversation about it. So, yeah, I mean, just the fact that, you look out into the screen, you feel like you're in this blizzard. I mean, how many of us have ever walked out in the middle of a really bad snowstorm? It's fucking frightening.
Yeah.
Especially being on the road, too, if you're driving. So I kind of felt a little surreal as they kept shooting those moments. And then you see big old Krampus's ass just jumping from house to house. That was pretty fucking killer. Let's talk about how he looks.
He's huge.
Very huge. And definitely not the way he's portrayed in multiple literature.
No, he almost looks like the things in the forest from, was it The Village?
Right.
Kind of
That
reminds
was
me of
my
that.
first feeling as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've ever seen M. Night
He is
Shyamalama Lama Lama
huge.
Bing Dong, uh, he, he definitely looks like very similar to one of those fake ass creatures that they created in that movie,
Mm-hmm.
but a bit more terrifying. Now,
Oh,
the problem I have is the face.
yeah. Well, you don't like
It
that
is
face.
terrifying,
Oh, yeah. Big
but
time.
it's too. I was expecting to see something just a little bit more demonic than a demented Santa.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my only gripe. The rest of him, I mean, he's got the big hunchback. I mean, I guess I don't know. He is old, so maybe he is, the elder Krampus while the young Krampus is off, sowing his wild oats. I don't
Right.
know. But he definitely looks mythical and from a long time ago. The horns are badass. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
them. And the fact that his fucking mouth, his jaw's like to the side,
Yeah.
very, very creepy in and of itself. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
take it. I'll take it. But I wanted more of him. If anybody out in the comments section agrees with that, I wanted to see more of Krampus.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'll let you go ahead and take the particular portion, Gangis, is all of his demented buddies.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit. The first one we got is that there's a little Jack in the Box right after that chick finds the mailman.
It's just there, all unassuming, like as if a 4-year-old little Johnny happened to come by and go, oopsie, I dropped my toy box. No,
No.
it's a Jack in the Box with a fucking purpose. And we all know how that worked out.
Oh, yeah. And then up in their attic, we got this creepy fucking thing. Its mouth almost opens up like a thing from Predator. And it's like this long, snake-like, freaky fuck.
It's like every damn old school painted clown is just creepy anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So you take one quite like this because you can tell it's a fucking antique. There ain't no way that's a modern day. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing is creepy.
I mean, it was perfect. It was a great jump scare. Grabbed everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Makes you think twice about, cranking the little crank. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, nobody wants to do that shit no more.
No. That thing, though, up until this point, I'm like, wow, this movie's pretty good. And I saw that thing, and I'm like, holy shit.
It's really almost to the point now where Jack in the Boxes aren't even being made anymore in modern times. I think there's just so much. I don't know. I hate to say this. Movies have demonized toys from like the 30s
Oh, yeah.
and the 40s. Very simple toys before the age of action figures and trying to make, things look real from comic books and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the Jack in the Box, I'm pretty sure that everyone, even an adult that walks by one, is kind of like, I'm just waiting for it to fucking play.
Exactly.
Without touching the damn
I
thing.
can think off the top of my head at least half a dozen, horror movies that feature Jack in the Box monsters.
Yeah. Actually, I think there is a Jack in the Box film.
There is. It's not bad.
I may or may not have seen it. I don't know. I might have to check my notes. But you never know. So, yeah. Moving on to that clown again, it's like, all right, you already have something that looks like it's inherently evil, has a soul trapped in it or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has alien face. It's like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, very creepy. And he's got other ones
Yeah,
too.
this fucker too.
that is probably the only gingerbread man that was terrifying because I mean, here he is flying through the air on fire, straight at you, and
Yeah.
in the fucking camera frame. So it's like you have no choice but to see this horrific cookie delight. Much better than the Ginger Dead Man, I have to say.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't look like, you know, what's his name?
Drop buttons.
Right.
He doesn't
Gingy,
look Gary Busey either.
fucking Shrek. So yes, another good one.
Yes.
So who else did we have? I know we had a couple of other things.
I'm not sure.
It's been a minute since I've seen the film,
Same.
but I know that he just had a cornucopia of demonic toys. So the angel. See, I knew there was another one. I knew it.
Right.
Very spooky. The robot.
There's a robot? I don't remember the robot.
See what I mean? This is one of them films that we're going to kind of have to go back and like rewatch because sometimes you miss some of the Easter eggs.
I wanted to, and I just didn't have time today. Work was insane.
Oh, trust me, I feel it. But I mean, there's just awesome moments. You see just how not heroic some of the other family members are, which I thought was fucking hilarious. It's like they talk a big game, but when it comes down to go time, they get chumped out.
Yeah.
You know, especially that one comedian guy that's in the film. I thought his character was pretty lame. And then it just goes to show you how courageous some of these kids are.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know too many, you know, teenagers that would fucking bust out of a house in the middle of a blizzard and not be freaked out.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, though, I mean, she meets a cold fate, but, you know, it's like most kids today be like, fuck that. I ain't going out in a blizzard. Not happening.
Nope.
I want to stay inside where it's warm.
Stay inside by the fire with my cup of cocoa, and I'm all set.
That is so fucking sad. You know, it's kind of funny. I used to love playing in the snow. Kind of still do whenever it actually fucking happens, if it happens anymore. I don't know. I like a good snowball. I like a good snowman. Can't help it.
Fair.
Kyler says, damn fat kid knows Krampus and monsters are around and fall for a cookie trap. Don't you think that's why Krampus pinpointed that little fucking doughboy? For that very fact, he's like, hook, line, and sinker. I got a cookie for you. Now, to me, one of the most interesting things about this film is that they don't realize that they are forever trapped in this house.
Exactly.
Let alone become a Christmas ornament.
I did not fucking see that coming at all.
It's like the ultimate Christmas fuck you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you think you made it? The daylight has come back, and guess what? You're trapped.
Yep.
Forever.
I loved that ending. I was like, whoa, what? No.
That's what I'm saying. It's like everyone like basically fucking made it, but they didn't die.
If we look back at the actual movie poster, it tells us right there. And yet it was still a shock.
Well, you know, because without even knowing the storyline and where things are heading, and of course they're not going to give it to you, but it's like you look back at that now and go, oh, it's like you're forever trapped in this fucking, you know, snowblind fucking globe, wondering what the fuck am I going to do with the rest of my life?
Exactly.
Is there a way out? Is it possible? Like, does it if it fell off a table, would it be okay? Would Krampus ever release them?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know
And
if we find out in part 2 or not, because I didn't finish it because it was so bad.
see, and that was gonna be my next question because I looked it up and the Krampus monster doesn't even look like the original one, at least on the
Right.
poster, because I've never seen it. So if anybody out there in Three Witches Land have seen the sequel, so-called sequel, obviously it did not make it to the theater because there would have been some kind of promotion on this. And the
Right.
crazy part is that it only costed somewhere between $4 and $6 million to make this Krampus film, and it raked in $61 fucking million
Oh, yeah.
at the box office. So something should have told you there that people dug this shit.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Not only are they bringing a German folklore tale to life, everyone knew about it. And if they didn't, and they started to hear about it and then found out that it's like an actual like folklore, that made people want to even watch it even more. So brilliant, right fucking there. It's like I said, when Hollywood was starting to do these old fairy tales and shit and turning them dark, I'm like, you know what? You could do all kinds of shit. Because if you look over across cultures, there are many versions of like dark beings for almost every holiday. Could you imagine what a demonic rabbit would be for Easter time?
Yes.
How fucking cool would that be? I am the Easter Bunny. I'm going to bucktooth you to death. I'm going to make you eat the egg. I don't know. It might be kind of cool. I've seen a couple of things that kind of made them look wicked. So I don't know. You could do this to just about any fucking character, but this movie made people want to watch it. They loved it. It's on some streaming services right now, as far as I know.
Yep.
And if not, you can definitely rent it, on Prime Video.
Trying to think. I'm pretty sure
it's
Krampus
really
is on Peacock and Hulu, I think.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about part 2 of what you remember from it. So now we're switching gears and talking about Krampus 2.
That movie just had me confused as heck, because clearly they didn't use any of their $61 million to make part 2.
So is it considered official or unofficially an actual sequel?
It's supposed to be an actual sequel. It's got a couple of the same a couple of the same actors in it. It's like the same storyline.
Is it? Does it pick up where they're still trapped in the fucking globe?
Yeah, and I was so confused about it.
He said show the poster if you can find it.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Like I said, it had me wondering, like, did the same people have their hand in this shit? And why did it not make it to the theater? Although it did come out a year after, I believe. Correct. So that means they were already filming that shit when the first one was like, kicking fucking ass. Hollywood just fucking confuses me. It's like, ooh, we have a great idea. We think it's going to do really well. Yeah,
I got like halfway into it and then stopped watching it. There was like, I didn't even get to see Krampus or anything because I just didn't get that far.
So you're telling me the one thing that everybody wants to see, you're halfway through the sequel and he still doesn't show up?
Yeah, I got a solid like 45 minutes into it, didn't see him.
I just think that deserves a beep.
There we go.
You see what I'm saying? Does that even look like the same Krampus?
No.
If they couldn't get his image right just on the poster, how the fuck were they expecting to pass this off as a sequel? You know what I'm saying? Sounds like a bunch of bamboozle shit, is what I'm thinking
Exactly.
here. So, but let's also talk about just how many fucking movies came out right around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's face it, that movie came out, you said, what was it, 2015?
Yep.
So in that decade, there was at least a dozen spin-off films.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so when we say that, we're talking about everybody was fucking Krampus crazy, and they felt that everybody would watch anything that said fucking Krampus on it, and they were right.
Oh, you know what?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh wait. Hang on. I might have fucked something up here.
Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, well, now I'm not sure if it's actually a sequel of the same movie or not. Maybe it is. I might have fucked something up here.
Oh no. Okay, well, while you're trying to unfuck whatever it is you fucked up, uh,
Yeah, I did. They're not the same movies.
I knew it.
I thought it fucking was. I swear I did research on it to make sure it was, and I thought it was.
Perfect example
Yeah.
of bamboozleness with the Krampus era.
Exactly.
God damn it. Yep. See, even Kylie
Yep.
said, see?
No, it's actually a sequel to a 2013 movie.
Yeah, because as I was getting to my point there, these motherfuckers heard that Hollywood was making one. So all these indie, I hate to say it, hacks suddenly were like, this is going to be one of the biggest things ever. How about we hurry up and make one and try to capitalize on this shit? Some people even saw that other one, obviously before the one that came to theater, and thought that was it. No, it was fucking horrible. All the way down to the horrific CGI. Because, I would see all of these other Krampus films. So look at the fucking, the DVD cover, because that's usually the thumbnail that they give you when, you're looking through apps and shit. And I'm like, this looks pretty badass, but it didn't go to theater. And sometimes we know that movies that don't go to the theater are sometimes really good. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to give it a chance.
Yeah.
Until it's like you have 4 people, 20-something or 30, early 30s, partying at their house, and they're having lovers' quarrels and all this other bullshit. It's Christmas Eve, and all of a sudden the Krampus monster comes around and starts killing everybody. And I'm just like, all right, first of all, the acting is absolutely horrific. Now, that is not to say that all indie films have bad acting. This one in particular, though, was God's awful. Just terrible. Yeah. Let's talk about Mother Krampus.
Oh, boy.
Not only part 1, but part 2.
Why?
These... I don't know if it's because it's just so bad that it makes you laugh. It's another one of those, go ahead, get yourself a bottle of something, get a hoagie sandwich, go to town, get drunk, and watch and laugh your ass off at these fucking films. We talked about campy horror before, which, by the way, I'm glad to say that The Mean One is the number 2 film of this Christmas season. Thank you, Dave.
Yes.
I was so happy to hear that.
I'm still reading.
Oh, Kyler, I'm getting to that.
Oh, yeah, we're getting there.
Uh-huh.
That's the one we were currently crashing on.
Yep. And it's really funny because underneath it, because I'm reading, I pulled up one of these lists, right?
Right.
Now, mind you, this is Screen Rant,
Oh
So
Jesus,
they
we know they're
actually
not
kind
credible.
of, yeah, they're at least credible. They're credible enough that even if they don't like it or whatever, they'll still say something decent about it, why it's on there.
True, that
It
is maybe,
says
yeah.
it says Mother Krampus was more successful than its sequel. We all know that sequels, you always have a 50-50 shot of it being good or bad. So in this case, they say the sequel is still watchable considering that the approach is similar to the original.
Right.
So you have to have that. Now, this is, excuse me, goodness.
Kyler, you lucky fuck, you actually got to go see the mean one.
Don't tell me shit about it.
Nope.
Please don't ruin it.
I keep seeing spoilers in all the David Howard Thornton and Arthur Clown groups. I'm like, nope. No
Isn't
spoilers.
that the worst?
Yes.
So IMDb actually gave Mother Krampus a 5.1.
What?
Yeah.
That's higher than I would have thought.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And it's around, I don't know. It says the story is based on the German legends about Frau Perchta, who was somewhat similar to Krampus. So the bitch's name isn't even Krampus, but what they did, because they were smart, ended up being able to pull a legend, another German legend, that was this person is similar but not Krampus, but still use the name Krampus in the title, but they do not mention it throughout the film.
No, I'm not familiar with this Frau Perchta at all, are you?
No, something to do with in 1921, everything happened just this way. It's a witch that takes a child each night during the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah,
Brilliant!
That is brilliant. She is a demonic witch in Alpine folklore.
I mean, come on.
That's epic.
Fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that all witches are evil and, steal your children and boil their fat in order to fly kind of witches, but for a horror movie, this makes a good story.
Oh man, I guess she even has like little demonic minions called Perchtons. Wow, that's epic. Yeah.
So the first one, and I'm now going to have to watch it after reading that because I just passed it off as this must be shit.
Yeah, me too, but maybe it's okay.
Maybe it is, but according to the second one, it's not as good. But that's fine. I'll still check out the first one just to see if it's any good. Yeah.
This makes sense, though. I guess her minions look like our traditional Krampus. So maybe she's like supposed to be the... I don't know.
On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 kids' toes. That's good right. One, awesome. Now, we're going to get to the one Krampus offshoot that was actually a streaming super success. This was called, and it's an anthology known as A Christmas Horror Story. Now, just seeing the Krampus beast right there, I was captivated by, I'm like, this is a Krampus version, like from head to toe, that I think really kind of brings about all of the folklore, drawings of him, shit like that. And I'm sitting here going, this is badass. Now, obviously, they got some Buff the Stuff guy to come in. There he is. Look at him. Now, that looks like a Krampus that can fuck some shit up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not taken away from the first Krampus, the big screen Krampus, because, it was still good. But if you want a little bit of, fuel under your hooves, this was definitely the style of Krampus you'd want to check out.
Absolutely.
This movie literally has everything. It's got Krampus versus Santa. It has a tree that steals children and then somehow spits out an evil version of them, which is a copy. and they
Now, where
attack
did they
their
get that
parents and
idea
try to
from?
kill them.
I wonder if that's
You
some sort of
know,
weird folklore thing too, because I've never heard that concept.
what's that?
The tree thing.
Oh yeah, they were like this species
Yeah.
that live in the woods, and you know, they end up being like fucking goblins. They look like your child, but at
Yeah.
night they turn into goblins. Let's see. Oh, a rich family going to their rich mom or grandma's house that is in a whole lot of trouble financially, blah, 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 blah. Both kids are just complete shit. And the wife is like, you just want to slap her around.
Yeah.
And what brings them together is the fact that Krampus comes for them while they're there and basically hunts them down, kills them all.
Yeah.
And I mean all of them, except for the grandmother. Thank goodness. And it was actually pretty epic. You're like sitting in your seat going, fuck yeah, kill all those no good fucking rotten people. Just rotten assholes. So good. And it's all tied in together by Mr. Star Trek himself, William Shatner, who's on the radio drinking rum and getting drunk while he's on air, mind you. And he tells a story of their on location reporter guy who supposedly goes down to the local mall. Okay. And I think he's supposed to play Santa, and he's not all there in the head.
Yeah.
So when you see the battle between Krampus and Santa, he's seeing this all in his head. Everything down to the elf zombies. They were my fucking favorite. I loved every single one of those little bastards. And he was just killing them left and right, left and right. Come to find out, in real life, he was just killing children and everyone else. So fucking dark. Yep, I agree with you, Kyler. Man, this was not a happy ending whatsoever.
Good.
So good.
Fucking horror movie. It's not supposed to have happy endings.
Well, this is true, but you know how a lot of, they end up where somebody gets away, somebody's okay, blah, 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 blah. No. you think that Santa's the heroine, and at the same time, he's the worst. He just goes on a killing spree at a local mall. It's great. And the transitions were just fucking seamless. Loved it. And then there's some not so good ones. Let's see here. There's one called Rare Exports that's kind of centered around Krampus a little bit.
That sounds like a paranormal creature capture type thing.
Yeah. Let me see here what it says. It's a truly an exceptional movie. Horror films are usually not very loved by critics, yet favored by audiences, blah, blah, blah. It's a sequel about... Oh, and it's sequel. There's two of them. Two movies called Rare Exports. And in this case, it's about a company that ships out Santa Clauses to locations around the world. The story of the feature film follows the lives of people living near the Corventuri Mountains who discover the secret behind Santa Claus. So, I don't know, for the fact that they're praising it, actually sounds like it might be worth checking out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. But there truly is a lot of other Krampus spin-offs that are just awful.
That one I was talking about a minute ago, that's not actually a sequel to what I thought it was a sequel to.
So there's
fucking bad. It was like half of the movie was just done with shaky cam, and it wasn't even chase scenes or anything. It's like couple of assholes sitting shooting the shit in a cop in a like police station. It's done on shaky cam. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
That's fucking boring.
It's horrible.
I could see why you would turn it off after 45 minutes of torture. Wait a minute. Kyler says it's not bad. I watched the export one. You should watch it. All right. So maybe it's actually kind of cool. So there you go out there in Three Witches Land. If you haven't checked out Rare Exports, I'm pretty sure we will now.
Exactly.
So, now here's a real shitty one. Krampus Origins 2018.
I didn't see that one, did you?
I have not. Although this one takes a different turn. If you have ever wondered where Krampus came from, blah, 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 Krampus Origins might answer that question, though the answer will be a questionable one. Ooh.
Ew.
It says the movie tries to tell its own tale about how the ancient demon, Krampus, came to be and takes a lot of liberty in its creative decisions. Oh, no, that means Krampus is like omnipotent or something.
Fuck?
I don't know. It's weird. It says World War I is currently raging on as a group of American soldiers find an artifact that can summon Krampus. There's your liberties, folks. The soldiers are killed in battle, and the artifact is relayed to one of the soldiers' widows. The woman works at an orphanage, and the kids summon the demon who they now must battle. So here we go. An orphanage versus Krampus. This could either be neat or it could be shit-tastic.
Just looking at images from the movie, I'm not impressed.
I can tell just from the movie poster, this is going to be a stink fest.
Now, is there more than one movie called Krampus Origins?
Apparently, there's a sequel.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Why? Oh my goodness. I don't know anything about this one, but look at this movie poster I just found.
Oh, now I'm curious as hell. Oh, yeah. That's one of the ones. That was the one I was talking about. That's the one I was talking about where all the this group of young people are partying and got a hot tub and all this shit. And then all of a sudden, just as you saw it on that poster, CGI. And it comes at you super fast, but you can tell that it's super fucking fake. So if you can withstand some horrible acting and a very bad CGI Krampus, it's the one for you. Spartan Krampus? What? What the hell is that?
I don't know. I just found this though, and I'm like, what the hell is that design? Is he an ant?
What the hell? He's a Viking now? I mean, come on. First of all, the Legend of Krampus does not involve weapons. He don't need a weapon to get you, kill you, whatever. Personally, I'd like to see him eat some children. I mean, that's what the legend says. And, you know, he's not really torturing anybody. Krampus, the movie, to the movie theater, I could see why they took that direction because it didn't involve any maiming or dismemberment.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's kind of like take your pick, but beware.
Yeah, exactly.
Beware that some of these, like Krampus Unleashed, is fucking horrid.
Ooh, what the fuck is this one?
I do not recommend it. Oh, what did you find?
God.
What did you find?
I'll show you. He kind of looks like a Chinese warrior monk thing. in some ways. I mean, look at this shit. Or a Viking again.
Isn't that something like you'd find at like 4 a.m. on TNT or TBS, some shit like that?
Yep.
You know, and I'm looking back at this Krampus the Christmas Devil 2013.
Oh,
It's
God.
just so horrible.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that shitty movie I saw is a sequel to that one.
That explains it.
Mhm.
And then, of course, Krampus the Devil Returns 2016, where he basically looks like a gorilla on crack.
Yep.
You know, it's like, come on, man. And some people actually thought some of these were good. Now, the ones that we discussed that actually, you know, stand a snowball's chance in hell of being good,
Right.
I honestly believe are, and especially since, you know, Kyler told us that the Rare Exports is pretty decent to watch.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even if it's not all fucking horrible, it still might have its good points. But some of these other ones that tried to go toe to toe with the big one, nah. It's like you would have had to have a better fucking story to pull it off. You just do. And story writing has everything. Now, Mother Krampus, though, I think I'm definitely going to check that one out now because I really dig the vibe. And it's actually based on a local legend. And let's see here. Kyler says, can Gangis pull up Krampus Origins? Krampus,
Now, I'm a little confused because if I look up Krampus Origins, I'm getting two very different images here. So I probably have to watch it to get the thing,
Chances are they put one image on the poster and then what was actually in the movie was different.
Probably, but it looks like fucking Sauron.
Let's show his stupid ass anyway. Come on.
What the fuck?
He looks like something that should have been on like TMNT.
Yeah.
One of the stone monsters, you know? It's like, come on, folks. Did you learn anything from any of the folklore, you know, as far as what he's supposed to look like, what he symbolizes? Looks to me like they missed the boat all the way.
Agreed.
So that is our synopsis of the Krampus world. Now, if you are ever in Germany, they have one of the biggest, greatest Krampus festivals of all time. And it is so much fucking fun. So if you ever happen to be out that way, check it out. But
down if you're stateside and can't go that far, actually every year they do like a much smaller scale thing down in Salem, Mass.
Which is even cooler. So get your ass over to Massachusetts, where all the real witches hang out, and it's a groovy fun time. So thank y'all for tuning in tonight. It's been real fun. Always share us out. If you dig it, you love it, pass it on to another friend, and don't be afraid to talk. We had a lot of people watching tonight, so don't be afraid to say, oh, this is pretty interesting. I can talk about it. Or tell us, you suck. You know, I don't know. Anything at all. Don't disrespect Krampus, kids. Don't be naughty, or else you might get a visit by dear old Krampus. Exactly. That's exactly true. So when you're putting your little one into their bed and still desperately trying to get them to be nice, tell them old Krampus may come. But they just might not get that visit if they stay heavy.
See a corpse rotting in this wasteland.